I'm Misty.
And I'm Ike.
For the next 15 minutes,
We're going to debate pop culture.
my background's in music.
My background's in film.
I know the topics beforehand.
And I don't.
We check the internet for the facts.
And ruin it with opinions.
From pop rocks in your lunchbox.
To Happy Meal toys and swatch clocks.
Hello, Jack.
Hello, Jill.
Not Jill.
Jack and Joe.
Not Jack and Jill. Not Jack and Joe. Not Jack and Diane.
Jackie Kennedy.
That was last week.
Oh. Episode 69.
Episode 69. Why do I laugh when I say that?
If my inner nose itches, can I scratch it from out here?
I'm not sure how that works.
Can I pick this nose?
I don't think so. I don't think those are actual holes.
Oh.
Are they?
Jack and Sally.
Sally.
Hello, Sally.
Hello, Jack.
What are we doing today?
We're going to ruin scary movies.
We're going to ruin them?
Yeah.
Like the actual...
Like they ruined us.
Like the film Scary Movie?
No.
Oh.
That's not the same.
What?
Today we're going to talk about the scariest movies of all time.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Great. Let's meow.
Yeah,
Hold on.
let's meow first.
I have to find my phone. I can't see it.
You know you can take the mask off.
The meow's back here.
The meow's back there. You can take your mask off.
Once
It's
again,
okay.
guys, if you don't know what meow means, do your homework.
It's true. You'll have to listen to other episodes.
You can't Google it. You'll have to get it straight from the horse.
Which means other episodes.
And
Last week's episodes.
meow.
Meow.
We're going to ruin scary movies.
We are.
Without this mask
So
on.
before you even consult the internet,
Yep.
I'm going to ask you what you think is the scariest movie of all time to you.
Nightmare on Elm Street. All of them. Freddy Krueger is the
Fair.
most scary thing that could ever happen.
Fair. So you do know like Freddy's whole like backstory.
Nope,
why.
and I don't want to. I know he can get you in your sleep, and I saw a picture in a preview when I was a child of a claw coming through a bed,
mattress.
and then no,
And
that's
ripping the person
so
down and-
much. Nope, 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 nope.
When I was a little kid, my mom on Saturdays we used to go see my Aunt Nancy, and I remember her sending me outside with my cousin Brat to go play, and as the sun was going down, and I remember peeking through the screen door, and they were watching Nightmare on Elm Street, and I sat there and watched it, and I was super little, which is probably why I love horror movies.
Oh.
Like as a little kid, I thought, oh, grown up, this is something grown ups do. I want to be a grown up.
Yeah.
But
feel
horror
now?
movies, even like as a kid, they didn't give me nightmares or anything like that.
Just the previews of the not Friday the 13th.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it would terrify me.
Okay.
I couldn't go into like CVS or Walgreens or whatever because there would be Freddy masks hanging up.
Yeah.
I was
How do you
a
feel about the
scaredy cat.
Scream masks?
Okay, so here's the thing about Scream.
It's campy.
Before we get off of Nightmare on Elm Street,
Okay.
I have actually been to Freddy's lair.
Shut up.
Yeah, I filmed a Neon Trees video in.
That's right. You told me about that.
Yeah, that
We
was.
talked about that in an episode once.
It was the
Like an
it was
early
the
episode.
pre-episode,
What led to this?
the 8-minute clip
You're
that led
right.
to us having a show.
You're right.
Yeah,
I remember you telling me about
I wasn't even a little scared being there.
Well, it's because you were working. You were busy.
Well, once you're on a set, like I've filmed horror movies before.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, that guy's about to hack her up, and there's gonna be blood everywhere. Cool.
But it's just corn syrup.
But you're looking for the special effects splatter. You're looking for the camera
Right,
movement, not
exactly.
getting blood on the camera.
You're looking at the mechanics of it, not the story.
Yeah, I'm not invested in that story.
It's just like porn.
Well, I haven't shot a porn, so I don't know that. I mean, no, I haven't even made a privately funded porn.
I don't.
I haven't. I've
No,
done
I
nothing
was
of the
referring
sort.
back to my old days doing makeup.
Oh, you worked on one?
Yeah.
Gross.
You don't have a choice. Like they call and they don't tell you.
They legally have to now.
Well, now they do. Back then they did not.
When they shot
and it
on
wasn't really a porn. It was like a
Skinamax,
yeah.
that's
Essentially, yeah.
it's a little cleaner. Anyway,
Yeah, but you're looking, like I said, you're looking at the mechanics of how things
Yeah.
are working, not
Yeah.
the actual actions and the storyline.
100%,
Yeah.
as Burt Kreischer
Okay.
would say.
So my number one scariest is The Strangers. Are you familiar with The Strangers?
No.
It's a home invasion movie. To me, there is nothing more terrifying in the world
This guy's got a mask on.
than the idea of like being out in like a cabin out in the woods and being home invaded.
Well, here's the thing. Don't go to a cabin in the woods.
I like cabins in the woods.
How many horror
You know
films?
me, I love camping. I love all of that. Like, take me to Camp Crystal Lake.
It's fine.
I'll go.
How many horror stories are centered around somebody sleeping in a tent?
A lot.
Friggin' zero.
Whatever. All of the old.
The only
Do you know what Camp Crystal Lake is, Jason?
Yeah.
Sleepaway camp.
I've been there.
All of those
I
are
haven't
like cabins and tents. Little bit of both. The Strangers happens in their like country home. Like they're out in the woods. I don't even know if it's, I think maybe they were staying at someone else's house or I don't know, something.
Yeah.
Horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
I will never, ever, ever watch it again.
See,
Liv Tyler and
I
Scott
think-
Speedman.
I think
never
I could
again.
watch this, no problem, and eat popcorn and be like, this isn't scary.
Really?
But if you...
That's what's cool to me about scary movies.
Yeah.
Is different things scare different people.
Yeah, if you go supernatural or demonic with it, like The Ring, when that little chick crawls through the television, dude.
Oh, see, I love that.
What that came out when I was in North Carolina, a very very long time ago, and I'm laying in bed after I just watched it recently within a day or two, and I roll over on my remote.
I'm sorry. It's not funny.
It's not. It's still a
not-
traumatic event.
It's not funny.
And like it's
Sorry.
like the
Right. The no.
I was like, oh, here it goes. She's gonna crawl out backwards and she's gonna eat me.
Yeah. See, that didn't scare me at all.
Yeah.
The Ring did not scare me.
The Blair Witch Project scared the crap out
That
of
did
me.
not scare me at all. I knew all. I'm like the witch is out there in the woods. Whatever.
She was in a corner in a basement, and they showed it for a second.
In the woods.
The scariest thing you can do in a film is to not show the scary thing, because then it gets.
I
in your
agree
mind.
with that.
Yeah,
I do
Hitchcock
agree with
proved
that
that over
very
and over
much.
again.
That actually brings me to one of the other scary movies that I really, really love, which is the Babadook.
Oh,
But
Full
the
note.
entire premise of the Babadook is never seen the Babadook.
The first rule of Fight
It's
Club.
it gives you that thing like is it just something in her head? Is it something in the kid's head? Is it something that really exists? Because you just never really see the Babadook.
You know what? After watching the preview, I was like, that looks scary, but I think I could handle it. And then I was like, well, what if I can't? So I didn't watch it.
It's fantastic. And I kind of enjoy it too because it wasn't a big studio film at all. It was a very art house. I think it was Australian maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, to me, what it reminded me of is like a scary, it reminded me of a scary book that you would read because you had to like conjure up what the Babadook maybe was in your own head because they just weren't overt about it. And it just reminded me of reading a book and figuring out what characters actually look like in your head, building that image. And that's what I liked about it. It scared the shit out of me though. Okay, so let's talk about what the internet considers to be scariest movies ever.
Okay. Yep. There was one that just came out. Oh, Hereditary.
Also, that one, pretty solid, but not going to give me nightmares. Like, just not. I mean, it's good. I was just like, okay. I watched it. My heart sped up a tiny bit here and there.
You want to go with The Guardian or Hollywood Reporter?
Well, you go with whatever you want.
Okay.
I'm going to say the internet probably says Rosemary's Baby, of course. The Exorcist, of
The Exorcist
course.
is like either number 1 or number 2 on like all of them.
All of them. Yeah. All of them. Totally. Carrie, I think, probably ranks up there, which I will agree. Carrie is scary, but I don't think Carrie's scary like across the board. I think Carrie only has like a couple of like key scary scenes, like when the blood dumps on her at prom, you know.
Yeah. Where are you at with The Shining, though? Because that's on all of these lists.
To me, The Shining is psychological thriller. So it kind of just, I don't consider it necessarily. I don't feel like it's horror. I feel like it's just like a brain fuck. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know? Like, to me, horror has to involve that element of like, I don't know. I guess my favorite horror movies, like somebody chasing somebody, somebody wearing a fucking mask, somebody that's gonna rip your face off.
Did you ever?
And I mean, he went crazy, and he could have. So I guess it falls in those.
Did you ever have the dream where someone is following you very slowly?
Yeah.
And then you had to like get on a plane or something, and then you bought you like another year because they were walking.
No, I've never had that.
Like they can only take one step at a time, but you can run. But then eventually they're always following you.
Catch up with you.
Yeah. I wonder what that means.
I don't know, but we are going to deep dive into that after we get done with this. We're going to look that up.
Okay.
But we're not going to look it up now.
I am.
What about Children of the Corn?
You know what? Children should be banned from movies. If as
a whole?
There are
all movies or just horror movies?
Scary movie. You should never, it should be illegal to have a child whisper anything.
Oh, see, I think that's key in a horror movie.
For example,
I want a child whispering creepy fucking shit at me.
How about this? Pick any word in the English language.
Pineapple.
Pick a second word. A verb.
Pineapple split.
Well, I'm going for a third
Splitting.
one. Pineapple. Okay, watch this. I'm 6 years old. I'm in my little sundress. I come up from the basement.
Yeah.
The pineapples are splitting.
Okay, yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's what I love about it. That's totally
thank
what I
you.
love about it.
No, thank you.
Like old movies like The Omen, Children of the Corn. What was the one that came out a couple years ago? It wasn't that long ago. Insidious? Is that it?
Yeah.
Definitely had a lot of like.
I think that was in the Hereditary line.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Totally.
Now, what about this series of like The Haunting of the blah, 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 blah? Like from the producers of The Haunting of Hill House comes The Haunting of Bly Manor.
Oh, that's what I'm watching right now.
Oh.
That's what I was telling you this morning.
Is it scary?
Okay, Hill House it's based on a Shirley Jackson novel. Shirley Jackson is the one that wrote The Lottery. Are you familiar with The Lottery?
No. Any relation to Michael?
None at all. I absolutely love The Haunting of Hill House. It's on Netflix. It's like a 10-part series, I believe. It came out a couple of years ago. And then it's The Haunting of Bly Manor. It's kind of an anthology thing, kind of like American Horror Story, where it's got the same actors playing different characters in a whole different storyline.
I hate that.
I love it.
I absolutely hate it.
Why do you hate it?
To take actors and make from another thing and then switch them up. Now they're different people. It's just super fucking confusing. Sorry, my French.
Not. No, I enjoy it very much. It's one of the things that I like the most about American Horror Story. Because let's be honest, a couple of those seasons have been pretty garbage. But I like the reappearance of people.
Worked on it.
I like them popping back up again. So I started Bly Manor last night, and I watched the first episode, and I'm super excited to go watch more of it.
Is it bingeable or is it once a week?
No, it's bingeable.
That's cool.
It's all up in there.
Let's do this. If the creek don't rise and the Lord don't come back, let's break down the subgenres of horror.
Oh.
Like there's hack and slash.
There's hack and slash.
Which is like just
point of view.
How many people can I just kill all at once?
Totally.
And then there's like the psychological, like the slow burns. Like I'm going to come get you. I don't know who the killer is, but everybody keeps dying.
Right.
Which I would say Scream 1, 2, and 3 are like a little bit of hack and slash with a lot of psychological, like a whodunit. With
a definite like giant sprinkling of camp and humor.
Yeah.
Like there's funny horror.
Right.
You know, and there is also like that, which Scream also falls into, that world of paying homage back to the horror movies of the past.
Almost too directly.
Oh, I love it.
Almost.
I love it. I love... Scream is one of my favorite movies ever.
It's a little Scooby-Doo for me. But
That's what I like about it.
I loved it in high school. My best friend had in his living room, the couch only sat like 2 or 3 people. Behind it was a big pane glass window, and he had like a 4-acre front yard. And every once in a while, he'd be like, I got to take a piss, man. And I'd be like, all right. And I'd be like, cool. And then I'd be like, where the he's been in the bathroom for a long time. And I would turn around and full black cape, knife, mask. He would be in the window, like
the fucking voice
tapping.
Distorter.
Yeah.
Love it.
I'm going to get you.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
What do you... I kind of did a little bit of a dive into this not that long ago. There are some people that believe the Deliverance is a horror movie. Do you consider it a horror movie? Because it is that like psychological, and then there's like
I'd say it's a psychological thriller. It does have hack and slash in it.
Yeah,
it's got like male psychological trauma in it.
Right.
Male on male sexual aggression.
Mm-hmm. Squeal like a pig.
Yeah.
I had never really thought about it, and I'd never considered it. But when I read it, I was like, well, yeah, that actually makes sense.
It doesn't hold up as scary now, but I think when it came out, it was pretty tough.
Right. Let's see. What else is probably... Oh, The Evil Dead. Have you ever seen The Evil Dead?
Like horror comedy.
Horror comedy.
Yeah, Bruce
Campbell.
Yep. Mm-hmm. What a fella.
Yeah. It's amazing. Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
You know, that entire, where you're just like, wait. Those are some of my favorites, too. When you get to the very end, and in the last 5 minutes, there's this, like, bomb drop. Like Cabin in the Woods, that you're like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
This whole time I've been watching, that was never even, like, right here.
Yeah.
Not in the peripheral. Like, nothing that I ever would have gone, oh, yeah.
Right. Like
that.
The end of, like, The Village. No.
Yes. M. Night Shyamalan.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And then all of a sudden you see a plane fly over and you're like, oh.
Okay.
So, but to that end, did you see Midsummer? I can't. Just the trailer alone, like people losing their minds, and it came out when I was like having insomnia last year. I was like,
oh no, that would have been bad for you.
I'm too close to the edge right now with my insomnia. This might push me over.
I will admit that there have been some movies at certain points in my life that, seeing that hysteria, I'm like, nope.
They all lose
already
their minds,
there,
right?
and I could just go into the abyss forever.
Yeah.
And never come back out.
Unless you hear this song.
I got to throw in there as the finals, because we've talked about this before. I know
what you're going to say.
28 Days Later.
Oh, zombie.
Love it.
I was going to say Funny Games.
Love Funny Games. Love The Invitation.
Yeah.
Love Fear Inc.
Yeah.
Shout out to our friend Luke, who actually made Fear Inc. and released another movie called Faith Based yesterday. It's on
3
iTunes.
weeks ago.
3 weeks ago, if you're watching this in real time, because we record ahead of time. Anyways, yeah.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah.
And Travis.
Sorry, it means nothing to me.
You mean nothing to us.
You
heard it here first, folks.
They're the only two people that care about this.
No, Travis thinks it's funny when we do that. Nick doesn't.
Okay. Nick's the only one that cares about that.
And unless it's Rosh Hashanah.
Halloween.
Oh
no. Go ahead.
What do they do for Christmas? The people in your neighborhood?
Hanukkah.
Yes. Unless it's Hanukkah, we'll see you tomorrow.